I'm about to head home. It's Thursday, April 4th, 2024, and I closed down about 10 minutes ago. Was just finishing up some photographs of that book lot. Today I've been working through a lot of the romance novel book lots. So I've been using that space a lot. This is what I have left. We'll see. I have to say I don't have much faith in selling these quickly, but it's kind of a test, to see if there's certain authors or certain types of books that will sell. As an example, this Silhouette Intimate Moments, which 112 of them, has gotten like 5 views, and I've had it up for how long have I had it up now? It's Thursday. I think I have had it up since the end of like Friday. I don't know. It's been at least 5 days or more, and very little interest. And that's 112 of them. And I'm selling it. I might have to lower the price, but nonetheless, people can still make offers. I have it at $69.99, and I'm thinking about lowering it to $59.99. But we'll see. I'll leave it up a little longer. I have not got any offers. There's not many views. So I don't know. We'll see. I've got all of this that I'm going to finish tomorrow. So it's just here what's on the floor, which is not too much. I had some DVDs that I got as a trade today. What else did I do? I had some other things that I had to do before I dove into this. So I wasn't able to make or finish it off or get super close to finishing. But I've only got, let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I think 11 lots to go. So I'll definitely finish that tomorrow, assuming I don't get any sort of big donation or trade or a buy that makes sense. I will say that someone did come in today, and this is a guy who has a son that comes in not super regularly, but often enough. And he said, "Oh yeah, do you take donations?" Actually, his son did. And then he said, "Yeah, my son's got quite a lot of DVDs, Blu-rays, VHS tapes." He said it was like 15 boxes. So I don't know if that's coming my way tomorrow or Saturday of this week. I have a feeling it is, which is great. But I am, as you know, I'm getting a lot more inventory in quicker than I can get through it because I am doing so much for the businesses. And, I have limited time because I have kids, etc. I don't have, I can't work until 5 or 6 or later. I've got to basically stop anywhere between 1 to 3, depending on the day and what's going on. So, which, indicates that I should probably start figuring out, this is kind of rambling here, but should probably start committing to work earlier in the morning. But nonetheless, that's another conversation. But I'm getting more stuff in that I can get through, which is a good thing in the sense of lots of new inventory. But I've got to figure out a way to get through this stuff faster. So I don't want to get bogged down too much. So that's why tomorrow morning I'm focusing on this. Like I said, as long as even if they dropped off those 15 boxes or so, I would still finish this first and then start tackling those boxes of books that I got over a week ago now. I think it's been almost 2 weeks now. And it's supposed to rain tomorrow, guys. So those books are staying inside. But we'll see. I just listed probably about 1, 2, 3, like 4 or 5. 4, I think, buy it now. 4 or 5 buy it now romance novel book lots, and then 1 that is an auction I'm going to run. It's going to start at 6 o'clock tonight. It's not 6 yet. That's 62 books, and I'm just starting it at $2.99. And I'll see. If I only get $2.99, it was a waste of time. But at least I'll know that, so that if next time I end up getting, I'm not definitely buying or trading for them, but if someone donates a large quantity of romance novels, I will know that really the best way is probably going to be for me to go locally and just try to sell off like all of them, which is right now what I'm doing. Like I've told you before, I've got those boxes, those 3 And then I got 4.5 boxes of books. Romance novels, over 250 of them. I have them up for $40 locally on OfferUp and what was I going to say, Instagram and Facebook Marketplace. And I have yet to sell them. And it's been, I don't think it's been a week. It's been almost a week. I've had a couple of people show interest in them, but no one has yet committed to come get them. Now, if I had 500 going for, let's say, $50, would it be more compelling? I would say it probably would be, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem like there's very much interest in these mass market paperback romance novels. The new romance novels are the bigger books there's spicy romance, and I guess there's non-spicy romance, but those non-mass market ones that are trade paperback size or bigger seem to be the popular route these days versus these smaller ones. I don't know what it is, but these older ones most of these are from like the 90s and older. I'm sure there's some that are newer, some in the early 2000s, but many of them are older than that. Many from the 90s and 80s and 90s. So this is an experiment. You got to try things, see how it goes. Try certain price points, do auctions, see where it sits. And then you have to make a decision, right? I don't come across that many of these types of books, large quantities. But if they come my way, I might just pass completely, right? It's just not worth the time. Even if someone wants to donate them, I might just say no, because there's just not much money apparently. I mean, I did one lot that is Diana Palmer. That's like, I think it was 50 something books, like 57 or something like that. And I'll see. I mean, that's a ton of books. I think I have it going for $39.99, I believe. So way less than $1 a book, which is crazy, pretty low. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So this is just an update video about what's going on. I'm going to get through those tomorrow for sure. I'll have all those dealt with. And then, oh yeah, right. And then I'm going to, I think that's the next thing. Yeah, I don't have anything else around here other than all of those books because they take up so much space. And I'm excited to start diving into them to see what's in there. Hopefully there's a good amount to sell. Well, hopefully it's a good mix, right? That there's some I can sell in the stores and some that I can sell on hopefully Amazon too, ideally, fingers crossed, as well as eBay. But we will see. This week in the store, this week is going to be slow like last week because it is the city that I live in, which is right next door to where my store is in spring break. So a lot of people are out of town doing their own thing. And so that's why it's just going to be slower this week. It'll pick up next week, but that's fine. It gives me a lot of time to list the lots and start sorting through things, which is good. That's always a positive. So we'll see how many. I did have customers today, just not nearly as many as I usually do on a Thursday. It's usually pretty busy on a Thursday, and it's supposed to start raining today and then into tomorrow, Friday, but not rain on Saturday. So hopefully it's not raining too much tomorrow. Another little nugget that I am pursuing, and I will talk about further in another video, if and when it happens, is going much bigger online. So I am in the process now of getting someone to list on eBay for me. They're going to start with books, and then I'm going to start giving them other media, mostly just CDs and DVDs on top of those books, with the random occasional VHS tape or maybe, a high-priced record, or it could be an audiobook, but for the most part, 99% of it will be books, CDs, and DVDs. There might be some Blu-rays in there, but basically movies, right? So there could be some TV box sets, there could be some Blu-rays, lots of DVDs, and of course CDs, and books, because books are a little more time-consuming to list on eBay, because you got to take more photos, and when they're older, they don't have an ISBN or a barcode, so you can't just type in that, scan it, or type in the ISBN, and then it populates all of the what do you call it? I can't remember right now, but all of the information in the listing, I'm blanking out. So yeah, so sometimes when they're older than that, you know, then you do a little more research, and it's a little more time consuming than just doing a CD, which almost every CD has a barcode, and almost every DVD does. There are some that don't, of course, but most do. You can also use Discogs for CDs to get information. DVDs are pretty simple to list. There's a lot less photos as well. There's basically anywhere between 3 to maybe 6 photos per CD and DVD. A standard DVD, a standard CD, I usually just do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 to 6 really is about it. Whereas a book, you potentially are going to have 10 to as many as like 18 photos. If it's a dust jacket, if it's in rough shape and you gotta photograph, you know, take off the dust jacket, all that different stuff, right? Maybe there's images and photos you want to take. You want to take typically a lot more pictures. So it's a little more time consuming. But anyway, that is going to start happening. Ideally, if all goes according to plan, next week at some point, start training the new lister. And that'll be a big deal because I'll be able to get, like, for instance, I have 48 books that are sitting in my other bookstore waiting to be listed, but I've accumulated those books to give to the lister. So instead of me listing those, they've been sitting around for a couple of weeks. But once I get the lister up to speed and listing consistently each week, then I'll be having a lot more items go up on eBay. So that's just a side note. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next video. Take care.